Hello everyone, welcome to Figma tips and tricks tutorial. Today I'm going to talk about control panel UI. So here control panel UI is having the button interface. So while touching on the button, the list is getting selected and checked is getting selected through this OK button. So let's see the example. So here in example, it is showing a radio list, which is getting selected through this. So first we'll move the radio list 1 to the 2, and then we press the OK button to select the list 2. So same way, while we are in list 2, we can move to the list 3 and pressing on OK button, it is getting selected the radio list. So only one list and a radio can be selected at a time as the radio behavior. So how we can achieve this, and we can use in a different devices like a smart lock, smart watch, or a printer. So this is the pattern for the radio list view. So let's start, see what all elements are required here to create this. So here I'm taking first frame, and in this frame we need a rectangle to create a radio list, and then this rectangle I'm going to copy using alt and fill up with the color. Now the next I need radio, so you can use any of like circle or a square. So I will give a stroke here, and while it is got selected, so we need to show this filled and this color as black, and then we need a text which will say list 1 or any. So this is going to be like this, and here it is done. So now this is going to change the color here. So this list structure is ready, and we can make it a group for this and this. We can group it and say radio, and here list 1 is the text, and this is rectangle, and this is also rectangle. So this one is the selected state. Here you can see this color, so you can say this as a selected state, and this is a default state. Now we have this list ready. I'm going to group it, this entire list. So here we can say list 1. So next I'm going to just copy this and paste it here and here. So this I'm going to say list 2, and this I'm going to say list 3. So list 1, this is highlighted, means activated or selected one. So now moving to the table. So table is like while we go to the local variable, here you can see selected. So the same local variable we need to create selected 1 2 3, so which will show this rectangle selected, and then check 1 2 3, which will show this radio. So here I'm using the same local variable because already it is created. So here in list 1, this is the selected state. So I have selected this active state, and here I'm going to pass through the value with the selected one. Now this is the for the list 1, and then this radio. So this is the radio and this is the filled one. So you can say this checked. So this checked value will pass here, pass through, and you can say check one. Now the same thing we have to do for the other, means list 2. So this is the selected state, and selected state we can pass through this cell 2, and here you will get the radio. So this is the author, and yeah, so this is the selected state which is check. So in checked one I have to pass through here as a check 2. So moving to the list 3, same thing, selected state we have to pass through cell 3, and here radio. So this is the checked one. So checked one will pass through this and we'll say check 3. Now here you can see one is highlighted, means selected state. So here I have made it as a true, so for that reason it is selected. If I make false, so it will get disabled. So by default I am keeping one as a selected state, because any of the radio list or any of the list we have to show one as a selected. So now the next is I am going to use this. So how we can use it? So need to create a prototype now. So here I am giving prototype and selecting this. So any of the arrow which is going up to the list, and this will take the down to the list, like a list 1. Okay, just name it as a list 2 and name it as a list 3. So this is list 2 and this is list 3. So here for the local variable, select this and prototype. If you click here, you can see this count and all is given. So same thing we have to use it. So let's do with the scratch. So I will do just I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to take 3 button. So for 3 button here, one rectangle, and it should have polygon, and here I'm giving color to that polygon. So this one button for up, and now I'm copying this and I'm saying this the second button which is down. Here I can give 180-degree. Okay, this is the sub radius, here is the angle. Okay, so 180-degree. Now it is down, and then we need one button which will say okay. So here I will take the text and say okay, and this will go to this color. Now fine. So select this and group it. Can say up, and here select this and group it, say down, or you can say next or previous also, that will be fine, and then this is okay. So as in device it is like this, means the arrow up and arrow down. So now going to give the interaction here. So select this up one, give prototype, and here okay. So we need to keep in frame. So I'm going to put inside this now. So here it is in prototype mode, and interaction should be like yeah. So here we have this interaction. It was out of the frame, for that reason it is not showing. So I kept in a frame. So now it is appearing the interaction. So here selecting this and this interaction. Come to interaction, on click, and here is the conditional. So in condition, we need count, or you can see a counter. So for that, I'm taking one value here, this value. So suppose I'm taking here only one value, which is saying 1. So generally this one will track uh, this list. So here it is, and so here on click. Now this one value I have to pass through the variable which is already given here. So I will use that local variable count. So it will show 1 because it is here in local variable given as a 1. If I give the 0, so it will come as a 0. So the next is interaction. So interaction, come to prototype, click, and I'm adding a condition. So here the conditional statement will be if count equal to 2, because already it is 1. So I'm touching on this, it will go to the 2. So if count equal to 2, then what should we happen? Here we can set variable count and count -1 because it is going up. So suppose list 3 is selected, it will go to the list 2. So count equal to 2, and we are doing the minus the count, so it will count -1. Now I need to set the variable here. So for this it is fine. Now this list I have to make it true and false. So here set variable, and in the set variable what will happen if it is on the -1. So this is in count 2 means list 2, so it will move to the list 1. So list 1, once it move means selection 1 will be true, and then here set variable select 2 will be false, means list 2 will go to the false state, and list 3 will be the false state. So here set variable select 3 will be false. So here you can see like only when it is in 2 list 2, it will move to the up, and the selection of this list will be true and remaining two will be false. So the same way I'm going to create another condition, which is for if count equal to 3. So once it is in 3, it will come to the 2. So here we can say set variable count and count minus 1, and you can say this once it is a count minus 1 it will come to the 2. So set select 2 here, 2 will be true and remaining 2 will be false. So only one selected at a time. So again we need to add 1 as a false. So selection 1 will be false, and again selection 3 will be false. So this is the interaction for just moving this list turn to the selected phase, not for the checkbox, because checkbox will interact when we click on the or tap on the OK button. So this is done for the up arrow when it is moving to the down, moving to the up, and once it is moving to the down means the count will go to increase instead of decrease. So we'll just copy this interaction here, and in down just will paste this, and here we can say when it is 2 it will come to the count plus 1. So here I'm going to modify this as count plus 1, and what will happen once it is count will increase means 2 it will go to the 3. So set select 3 will be as a true. Now remaining 2 will be false. So selection of the 2 will be false, it is fine. Selection of 1 is instead of true, we can say false. So condition count 2 is done. Now it is for the count equal to 1, because if it is in 2 it is moving to the 3, and once it is coming to the 3 it should go to the 1. So count I am changing with 1, and here once it is 1 it will come to the 2. So here I am going to plus at 1, and so 1 to 2, 2 will be true, and 3 and 1 will be false. So here we'll check again. So here all variables is 2, then 3 will be true and remaining 2 false, and here 2 will be true, remaining 2 will be false. So let's see the preview, and we'll look at this. So it is moving to the 2 and moving to the 3, 2 and 1. So this is the simplest trick to create this. And now the selection of the radio. So how we can do that, just click on the OK, and while selecting OK we need to add the interaction, and interaction will be on click, and in on click we have to add the condition. So conditional statement will be if count equal to 1 and so and won't appear here, so you just select the check, and again you can say and it is false because it is not appearing here, so we can say false. And instead of this, mm, you can say count equal to 1 and this check 1 is false. So here you will get this check 1 equal to false. So this statement will come like this: if count equal to 1 and check 1 equal to false, so what will happen? What all the variables we have to show there? So just we need to add the set variable check 1 true, else, because while we tap on the OK, it will on and off, means this radio will toggle it. So we can say here set variable. Set variable here will come check 1 as a false because already it is true, and once it is a false, then again we can say as a false. So this is the conditional statement for the when the count is 1, means when it is in list 1. So the same way we can add this conditional statement for the if count equal to 2 and so for that we need this and check 2 equal to false. So here this say 2 and check this, and now the set variable check 2 will be true, or either check variable, so here set variable check 2 will be false. Now coming to the condition 3, when count is the 3. So conditional statement here, when we have the count equal to 3 and so and check 3 equal to false. So we'll remove this and we'll say count equal to 3. So what will happen here? Set variable check 3 true, else check 3 false. So now we can preview the updates. So it is coming here, I'm saying OK, and this is getting selected. So again here, and I'm saying OK, it is getting selected here. So this is the list view for the control panel UI, and generally this can be used in any of the button interface where we have the smaller display, and we can create a prototype with this kind of pattern. So how is the trick? Please write your feedback and comments. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you. Thank you very much.